As an international student, one of the biggest challenge you will face is a bit of cultural integration in the start. You would not be able to understand. It's English, but the accent is very different. You will have to learn carefully how everybody behaves in that country. If you try to behave the way you behave in your country and you do not respect their culture, you're not going to be accepted by any country, any person ever. So one tip here will be always look and accept and respect what other culture offers. And if you're going there, try to integrate that with who you are, and you will be accepted every single place. As an international student, you will have a lot of working opportunities in Australia. So there are different industries that you can apply for right off the bat. First would be hospitality. You have multiple cafes, you have hotels where they are looking for international students actively. One limitation is you have a 48-hour per fortnight working limitations. Do not exceed it. Do not sacrifice your studying because that's what you're there to do. Do not focus on work a lot. All these three support services are ubiquitously available all across Australia. For academic support, you can basically go to your university's main office. There will always be a support body in your university who will be looking after course changing or any other thing. Secondly, if you're looking for career counselling in Australia, you can visit one of AECC offices in Brisbane, Sydney or Melbourne, and we'll be able to help you out the best. And if you're looking for some mental health kind of a problem, you can connect to anybody in our university. They will always give you a reference and you'll be able to get those services free of charge as well. It's a paradise for diversity. If you like diversity, if you like meeting people from all across the world, Australia should be your #1 study destination for sure. You meet people from all across the world, let's say Europe or Americas or Asia, maybe China, Russia. You'll find a good mix of everyone in your classroom. Now, some of the classroom would be dominant by a majority of 2 of these kind of nationalities, but then you have those student clubs as well in every university. So do look out for your interests. Every interest has a club. If you like playing badminton, if you like coffee, if you like pottery, you'll be able to find a group for that for sure in Australia. Go to places where you find other international students as well. The fact being they are as nervous as you are. Don't be shy to be the first one who is putting a hand out for friendship or just a conversation. So if you're just being nice, just being polite, if you just say, hi, how are you? Nobody in Australia is rude and they would love to have a chat with you. But you need to be the first one to take the initiative. If you are coming to a place which is so diverse, do not stick to a very small group of people. One of the major part of your experience of staying in Australia for years and years to come would be how many people from how many different cultures you'll be able to interact. So be confident. It's a skill which will take time to learn, but you'll get there. I think on-campus residences is one of the most popular ways for any international student to go. And there are different companies like Unilodge, which will provide accommodation outside the university, but around the campuses. So those are 2 very popular kind of accommodation partners or accommodation choices for any international student coming in. Third option would be getting a house by yourself, but which will be very tough in your first year of arriving in Australia. The reason for that is they need a very deep financial record, and as you are a new person here, you would not have that kind of a record. So do not feel sad if you are not able to find that kind of a thing very early on. You will be getting there once you understand the system through the process. So Australia is probably one of the safest places you will ever be. It is really safe in terms of your public security. You will not be robbed or there will be no theft in Australia. One thing, however, you need to be mindful of is internet scam. It's growing all across the world. So do not share your personal information to anybody on the internet. It can be taken and it can be charged financially to you. You do not want that to happen. There are those opportunities, but you need to look for those opportunities yourself. Industry placement is not an option that universities in Australia generally offers. However, the companies do put out internship programs, so you need to be actively looking for them and you need to apply them very proactively because there are thousands of people applying for those positions, so it is super competitive in that sense. So there is a 100% work right visa that Australia offers, which ranges from 3 to 5 years depending on what course you're choosing or what field you're going to make your career in. Pathways for PR is different for everyone. Everyone has a different journey towards those pathways. The best way to get into it would be meeting a registered migration agent. For that, you can visit any of AECC's office in Melbourne, Brisbane or Sydney and we'll be able to take care of you completely end to end. Australia is always sensitive that it is a very, very diverse country, so it is never behind celebrating all kinds of festivals and creating all kinds of community and supporting those events which bring different communities together. For example, if there is Diwali in Australia, if you look at Melbourne, if you look at Sydney, they will have massive events. They will call celebrities from India and try to make sure that everybody feels like home. So Australia has always been really sensitive to that. One of the good things about AECC is it's a global brand and we have 3 offices in Australia, Melbourne, Brisbane and Sydney. When you come from any AECC office from across the globe, we are able to help you with your visa requirements, course change requirements or anything that you need as an international student from those offices right there. We never charge our own students for services that we provide them, so you're always more than welcome to any of our offices. To stay in touch and to get updated about new information in the sector, you can follow us on YouTube, we have a podcast and you can go to AECC search as well. Meet an AECC counselor and do your own research. Actually define why you want to go to Australia. It has to be more deeper than just visiting a country because once you come there, you would need a purpose and you would need to focus on that purpose. So be very clear before you make a choice to do international education. You do not want to be a person who flies to another country and then faces the challenges. You need to prepare about those challenges where you are today, and it takes a lot of work, but it is very, very, very fruitful at the end. So take the leap of faith and come to Australia. So if you like this video and it helped you in any kind of a way, please subscribe to our channel and also follow us on our podcast. If you need anything else, drop it down on the comments and we shall get back to you. Thank you so much.